Well, hello YouTubers. We're making another movie. Walking out, we just got out the back door, walking through the boiler room. Haven't put the boiler on yet. Probably wait another, hopefully I can get to the middle of this month or the end of this month. I haven't cleaned it yet. This is just kind of my normal get up in the morning and go do stuff. I generally go out to the greenhouse, which I've already been out here, and check my wood. Some of the past videos you see me checking some wood. Hope to give you a boiler or a sawmill one kind of update and a cleanup thing, kind of what you got to do in between things. Here's the wood, the latest batch of wood. It came down finally 1 pound. It's at 154. It went up 2 pounds. We had quite a few days of rain and hadn't come back down yet. This is where I'm keeping track of it for. This is the new wood. Anyhow, that's enough of that. We're trying to make a fairly short video, and then I'm going to do a lot of work. We're going to go for, as the kids say, a boato ride, and go down to the new sawmill where I've been cutting that wood for. Oh, the wind spinner's doing good today. We'll go up by that. Just something I enjoy. It's slowed down. The bottom one's going pretty good. All right. Now it's starting to go. Get it from another angle. Alright, down to the sawmill. You can see it way down there in the distance. Hope you're not getting too seasick. Shout out for Mark for giving me a shout out for my place. I've had a lot of new people come in and visit me. Thank you for that, and thank you for them. If you want to see how a real sawmill works, go to his place. He'll show you a good sawmill. That thing has more buttons and whistles on it than steam locomotive, probably. We're getting the siding up. Old truck. It's going to be a quick go through. This is the ugly wood here. It's kind of hard to see. It's so shiny on it, but see, there's knots and flicks in it, so I call it ugly wood, but it still doesn't look too bad. That's the other wood over there. I got a couple defects in it, but I just finally couldn't go all pretty wood, but most of it's clear, and that's what it looks like so far. I'm getting just about down in the corner and do a transition there. Then this is the front of it, which is once again almost all that clear oak that have been sawn. I sawed 4 of those 5 logs. I got 1 more on deck to do. I'm gonna have to probably put a couple more up there. These are the heartwood with all the flecks in them. I think what I decided to do with that is cut them in half because they're 15 foot and no woodworker's ever going to want a 15-foot board probably. And then I'm going to take and sticker it and maybe hold it over for a little while longer and see if I can. I talked to a couple wood people and they weren't interested. Here's a couple more. That's why I'm running out of wood. There's right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 over here. There's 9 of them. So that's I think they're averaging about 9 inches wide. So that would have probably finished me if I hadn't been so picky on the wood. There's a wood splitter over there covered up. I'm going to do a video, hopefully maybe toward the end of this nice weather, of that. I haven't done anything for the last few days because for about the last week it's been raining. And as soon as it stops off, I've been having to gather leaves because the leaves get so thick around here the grass won't go through them. There's my pile of leaves. I think I've done 13 loads so far. There's a lot of cleanup to do and a lot of stuff I do in between just sawing a log. Even in the working other than sawing. There's just so much cleanup, so much work here to do that I don't get to do work on the #1 sawmill quite as much as I like to. We're going through the woods. We'll stop at the Jeep barn. I had to do a little work in the Jeep barn to hold some stuff. I sawed another log. Got to get up on the roof and blow the leaves off. Even though we had a real windy couple days, it didn't blow the leaves off. I'll turn this noisy thing off so you can hear a little bit better. This is the Jeep barn. There's a 51 over there and a 69 and a 70 back there. This is where Bobcat sleeps at night. Here's my little bit of a woodworking area. I got a 16-inch table saw here underneath that. Then I have this is a 20-inch radial arm saw, and here's a 16-inch radial arm saw. Here's my tire machine under there. But anyhow, in between those oak boards that I was cutting for the barn, I needed to put this together to get some more space. So as you can see, I cut some pine wood, sticky wood I call it. And white pine. I cut some 1.5-inch slats out of that to put in here for shelving. So I had to do that in between. That's the shelving. There's always something to do. I'm stacking stuff up there. I go to that Carlisle car show, and so I decided to put something there. So every time I have something that I need to take up there, I can just put it on the shelf and find it. Because I lose things and misplace things and put things everywhere. Heck, it took me an hour to find a camera this morning. That's kind of how. There's a generator that runs all that stuff. It's a backup generator for the house. And if the weather's going to be inclement or they think it's going to knock out or a big snowstorm coming up, I just hook it up and take it up the house. All right, up the sawmill. Show you what the project for today is before I saw a log. Steam engine. Old Jeeps. I gotta get some of these leaves up. They get so thick that they kill the grass back here. So I'm gonna get one load of leaves up back here, and then the rest can get just mulched up. But I got the heavy ones up. Coming around the corner, there's a shooting range. Turn this off. Now here's what I got to do today before I can saw a log. I got to get rid of that. Oh, that's my slab wood. As you can see, I cut it heavy. That'll be next year's firewood. That's all oak there. I have, believe it or not, that little pile of stuff there is quite the pile. I've got this all cleaned up here. We had a real big windstorm, blew tons of leaves in just the other day. So that's the mill. It's all pretty much cleaned up, ready to saw. But I got to get rid of this pile of stuff over here. Between this pile and that other pile, there's probably a yard of debris. If you got a sawmill, you got debris. These things here, I think I might put on. That pine log was kind of gnarly. I don't know if I can set this up with one hand or not. But it flips up. It flips up and rolls your... I can't do it with one hand. That thing's actually pretty heavy. That thing, I'll put one on there and try to mount another one. I don't have the log deck set up really to hold those, but I'll try to get one of those. There's the last of those 5 logs to saw. I hope to be getting into that this afternoon after I get all this other cleaned up. It's 16 inches here. I don't know how far the badness will go in. So anyway, the reason I guess I go back to these real quick. The reason I'm putting these on is I want to cut some of those pine logs over there. I cut one of them. That's what made me say, you know, I gotta do something. People that cut those, there you go, cut those logs down, didn't cut the branches off very close. So they won't go through a sawmill like this without a lot of battle. And basically what you do is you got to get one flat down And then once you got the flat down, instead of turning the logs over backwards, like away from the saw, you got to turn them down into the saw. So you got to get down below, you got to get it so it will go underneath that carriage there. And underneath, if you have a piece sitting down, see, it'll hit that nut underneath there. So you got to have it up. I got some other things that I'm making. Oh well, that's just a walk around. I hope, like I said, I hope to get some movie of saw and log later this afternoon. It's about noon now. That's about all the earlier I get up and get out. I got to saw all this stuff up. This is my kindling, and there's my kindling box. Anyhow, that's good. When we come back, I'll have all this cleaned up, have that cleaned up. I'll have one of those rollers on so I can explain it better. And I have a surprise for Mark. I hope to have it done today to get it up. If not, it'll be in the next movie. Over and out. Bye.